What's up, guys? I'm out here working on my 359. I'm trying to get this old bumper to come out. I figured I'd try to show my process using Evan's detailing and polishing stuff. He sells this Lumi one-step. I know it's an aluminum polish on a chrome bumper, but it takes all that heavy deposit off. And then I'm using his chrome polish over top. And then I take it off with the cotton wheel, whatever, flannel wheel, on variable speed. When I rub it in by hand, and then when it's dry, I take it off with the machine. So let me try to show you a little bit of that process right now. Let's see, I'll do a little dollop of this stuff here. And I've just been rubbing it in with a terry towel. Sorry for the shaky camera. I don't have a tripod, so my hand is my tripod. I'll just do this little section here and show you how nice it'll come up. I got this bumper for free, so if I mess it up, it's no big deal. It's not going to hurt me. I'm still not sure if I even want to put it on the truck. So give me a second. I'll swap towels, wipe this off. All right. Just using a 100% cotton shop rag to take this off. Nothing crazy here. I mean, if you have a show truck, you'll probably want to use something a little finer. But so that's kind of how it looks after the just the aluminum polish. So I'll throw some chrome polish on it now and we'll buff it out. Give me a second. All right, just a little bit of chrome polish there. Use my little applicator, swirl it on in. So I'll leave the applicator up there, so I'm not going to be able to take it off with the machine and also film. I don't know, maybe I can. Let's see. All right, let's give it a shot. This is kind of dangerous, I guess. You gotta have strong wrists. Here's the section I already did. The section I just did on camera. You can see some of the staining that's still in there, but you know, it's getting a pretty damn good reflection. And then here's that's the line. That's the difference right there. So I'm happy with it. It'll match how kind of beat and patina, I guess is the word that all the cool guys are saying now. So if it ends up on the truck, I definitely want to. It's got an old school Pearl Lux light in it. I'll probably get another 2 of those, wire those up. Let's finish up the rest of this and then I'll check in and show you the finished product. I just did another little section right there. You can see how nice that came out. And the bumper's pretty scratched up and everything, but I wanted to check back in and show you these rust spots right here. I haven't hit those yet. I'm gonna hammer that with that Lumi. I think that stuff's like 600 grit equivalent. I might be wrong, but it takes off the rust stains pretty well. And you can see a tiny little bit right there, but for what this is, I'm not too upset about it. So let me show you that real quick. All right, let me give you a shaky video. get this rubbed in a little bit. Spread it around. This side's tough to do. I didn't take that fog light out yet, so it's kind of unbalanced. You can see that rust just disappearing. The chrome plating's probably disappearing too, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to wipe that off a little bit. No more rust stains, not bad. Let me continue here and then I'll show you the whole thing at the end. All right, finished product time. This bumper is by no means perfect. It's got a couple dents in it, but overall it's pretty straight. My truck has a 379 bumper on it, so the toe pin holes are missing, so the toe hooks are stuck in the truck. But I mean, it didn't come out too terrible. For free, I think I made out all right. And you can see it's still a little cloudy where the chrome plating is failing, but I mean, it's shiny. It'll look good going down the road if the truck ever goes down the road. But I'm happy with it. Maybe I'll throw the thing on and check back in with you. I might wait until it's a tad bit cooler out because it's miserable in southeast Pennsylvania today, and I'm soaked to the bone. So maybe I'll wrap it up here. Try to not scratch this thing any more than it already is. I'll see you on the next one. All right, well, it's been a while since I was messing around with this bumper to go on the Peterbilt. Finally back on it. I got a new set of Pearl-X lights to fill those round holes. You know, it's sat outside. It's almost been a year since I filmed the part about polishing everything up, but I wanted to get all my ducks in a row. At the time when I grabbed this bumper, you could still get these round lights. Now I guess they're discontinued, so I had to wait for a nice and affordable set to come up on eBay. But I'm gonna take that plate off. I'm gonna get that old sticker off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mount up the fog lights in there, and then I'm gonna move forward trying to put this thing on the truck. I have some older incandescent marker lights to go on the front too. I had LED on there, but it just really isn't vibing with the rest of the truck. So we're working on the trailer today outside, and I'm gonna get to work a little bit and I'll check in a second. All right, so the whole reason I'm doing this is I think that's 379 bumper or something. The toe pin holes were cut out with something. It's stained, kind of ugly. And the 359 bumper just looks a hell of a lot better. Looks more correct. So I'm gonna pop those lights off. See that one's full of water. That's on me for not for not sealing it. They're both full of water. But I'm gonna get my plate swinger off. Pop those lights off. I'm probably just gonna cut the wires and redo those a little nicer when I put the new ones on. And then we'll see if this bumper comes off. All right, so I got all that junk off of there. The plate swinger, no big deal. Lights are probably junk. They're filled with water. One stopped working anyway. So I'm gonna get the nuts off of those these support rods down here. I'm gonna get those off, and then pop the bumper bolts off, and drop this bumper on the ground. Well, that was more of a challenge than it needed to be, but I'm into it now. I don't want to let the truck sit without a bumper on it in case I have to move it or whatever. So I'll throw that new one on now. Oh boy, so like everything I do, this has turned into a major project. This bumper doesn't exactly fit the way it's supposed to. You know, I would imagine that hole's supposed to be lined up with the toe pin, but I don't ever really plan on taking those out. The holes line up for the bolts. Got my fog light holes. It's I don't know, a little uglier than I thought it was going to be, but let me step back a little bit. Here are the once over there. I like it. Boogieing down the road, you're not going to be able to tell that it is a little ugly, and it's got a little ding right down here. Not really concerned about that. And then over here as well, something was tapped, but I mean, the other bumper, like I said, extra bolt holes. The toe pin holes were cut out. It definitely was not meant for a 359, so I'm gonna keep plugging away. I'm having a hard time filming this because I'm just absolutely struggling trying to put the bumper on. I want to get it done before dark, so we'll see how she goes. All right, so it's mounted. I got to polish it up a little bit. My ADD's kicking in. I don't know what to hit next. Maybe put my plate swinger back on. There were a couple holes underneath to do that, so now you know what? I'm gonna do those fog lights first, because I have to get under the truck to do that. And the plate swinger kind of makes it a pain in the ass to do that. So let me see if I can get those in, and we'll keep on keeping on. All right, new problem. So I definitely should have checked this before I went through the trouble of putting that bumper on, but whatever. So this is the bracket that came out of the truck. It fit that bumper perfectly. And then this is the bracket that came with the new lights. So, I mean, obviously they're a little bit different. I don't have a torch at home, so I'm gonna have to take these into work. Maybe go over to a friend's shop, put them in the vise, heat them up. I could definitely make this one work. It'll just take a little bit of fabrication skills. I don't know, I guess I will put my license plate back on since I need that to drive, but that's where I'm at now. A little frustrated that I kind of wasted my time, but hey, it is what it is. Just truck stuff, you know. Well, it's the next morning. I ran out of daylight last night, so couldn't really see how the bumper looked on there. I like it. It came out all right. I threw a quick polish on it. I put a little too much on, slung it all over the place. I don't have the right buffing wheels on me right now, so it's just a little like hand polish. I didn't cut it or anything like that, but I ran into that problem with the fog light brackets. So And you can kind of see in here, got a little bit of a bend in the bumper, so I'm gonna heat that up. Try to bend it out with a big pipe wrench. I do want to get those marker lights on today. Maybe I'll try to wire those up. I'll show you what I got here. Got the, you know, your standard truck light lollipops, but hit them with the old school blue gem. That'll match my turn signals. And check out those fender quilts. Fiance got me those for Christmas. I kind of nudged her in the right direction, but she came through. And then I found out that my fender markers were not factory. They were put on at a later date, so I had to get like 2 inches added to the bottom of the quilt, so the marker light was in the right spot. But man, I love that look. I'm very happy with how the front end of this truck's coming out. I gotta go way back. I'm pretty tall, but this truck kind of makes me feel short sometimes. I like it that way. All right, so that's one battle done. Got those marker lights wired up. Got my plate centered up nicely. I'm gonna try orange LED bulbs in those lights down there and see if they shine any better. It doesn't really give you the full effect when the sun's still out, but you get the idea. I'm gonna try to put the fog lights in now. See all that crap right there? It's way too many tools for putting in those couple lights right there. But I mean, I think it looks pretty damn good. You roll away on my little chair. I'm pretty happy with it. That's like the classic look for a Peterbilt, you know? OG 359 bumper, Perlux lights, chicken lights, and a triple plate swinger. Quilted fenders. Big props to Justine for that. That was my Christmas present. But yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with the way that all turned out. I'm gonna clean up. I'm actually gonna wire those lights in. They do work. So I'm gonna wire those up to a switch inside. I never plan on having fog lights in this thing. So I have my running lights wired into the actual fog light switch. So maybe I'll swap some stuff around. And that way I can use my actual fog light switch so my OCD doesn't go insane. But I'm gonna wire that up and get all the other crap cleaned up. And then I'm gonna come back outside at nighttime. When the sun goes down, I'll turn everything on. And we can see how it looks. There we go, man. There's the finished product. Those things are pretty damn bright after, you know, only being able to see them in the sunshine earlier. I like them. So that wraps this one up. Thanks for hanging with me on this. My truck is going to be at the York ATHS show and the McCungy ATCA, unless I have those mixed up, but whatever. York, and then a couple weeks later I'll be at McCungy. So I don't know, if you enjoyed this and you're going to be there, come say hi, check the truck out, critique my work. You know, it's a work in progress, man. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.